Hello, Facebook. What's going on, everybody? I don't know what today is. Happy day. I finally checked out of the Candler. Do y'all know the whole time I was there, I was calling that place the Carlton? They were looking at me like, ma'am, this is the Candler. I was like, I'm enjoying my stay at the Carlton. What's going on, y'all? It's KIM, normally in the SAV, today in the ATL still, but I'm gonna head back and get on the road. Darrell, what's going on, Papa? What's going on, little Papa? That's my little cousin, y'all. Tell him congratulations, about to have a baby, the little Darrelly. Hey, Dennis. So listen, I stayed downtown, and for those of you who do not know, I am a graduate of Georgia State, and driving through this campus, so many memories, it's insane. I literally remember my first day on campus in 1997. I was like, I'm about to kill it. Atlanta is mine. This is my town. Everybody gonna know my name. I'm gonna be on billboards. So ain't none of that happened. Atlanta ate my behind up. It's all good though, all good. Part of the journey. And so I'm driving through this campus thinking about so many times, classes I failed, times I got kicked out of the dorm. I literally, like, the day, it took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. Yep, I'm a genius. And what do you call it? Like, the day that I finally graduated, that was actually, I just walked across the stage, and that was the day in my graduation robe that, I was proposed to. So when I say a lot of memories on that campus, one of the memories that it's funny now, but at the time it was super duper scary though. One of my memories is when I first got into network marketing, just a young girl, all star-eyed and dumb, and I was just like, I'm gonna be rich, everything is gonna work in my favor, and I just was, thinking the best and being positive about everything. And I'm gonna explain to y'all why I do not now on my car magnet have free samples. Okay, on my car magnet I have $5 samples, but really I give them out to people for free. So why don't you just put free samples on there, Kim? Then you'll get more people asking you for samples. Exactly. Let me tell y'all about a story about a little girl named Kim who used to be in Organo Gold and had free samples on her car magnet, okay? And free samples on all her marketing. So, being at Georgia State, I used to have the dollar drop cards. As a matter of fact, I saw some of my $100 bill drop cards, and I was like, you can make money or you can get a free sample. Well, one day I'm at work, and I get a phone call, because I would get a lot of phone calls for free samples. Not a lot of phone calls for people wanting to buy. So I get a call for a free sample, and there's this very well-spoken gentleman, and so I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking, he about to make me rich. This is it. And so I remember I felt in the conversation something a little bit strange, but I was like, I'm about to be rich. So that voice was louder than the voice of something ain't right in the mix. So anyway, he goes, so how do I get the free sample? I was meeting people. Very dangerous, y'all. Very dangerous, especially as a female. This is back in the day before the internet was popping. So everything was offline. Belly to belly, toe to toe, eye to eye, right? So I was like, I'll bring it to you. So he goes, I was like, where are you at? Now I was trying to mostly meet people at work, at their jobs, right? Or public places, right? This guy says, do you know where such and such park is? I'm like, the park? Okay. And it just so happened that park was literally by there were a lot of parks by my school. So I was like, I think so. And when it's a lot of parks, you get the names confused, right? So I was like, I think so. And he was like, it's by Georgia State. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in that area a lot. And so I basically just ended up telling him, well, when I come down there, I'll call you and you can direct me to which park you are. And I'm thinking in my mind, because he's so well spoken, and I think I asked him what did he do, and he said something like, I used to be a software engineer or something like that. And I think he said like he was in between jobs. I don't remember verbatim. I just remember it was something good, okay? So I was like, oh yeah, he's in between jobs. He needs this opportunity. He gonna kill it. He used to have a good job too. He gonna kill it. Yeah, I'm about to be rich. So, because, when you first get an MLM, you think it's a lottery ticket. So, dang it. Look, see my default. I'm about to go to where I used to live. And that's not where I need to go. Boy, let me tell you something. The brain is a trip, isn't it? I'm not trying to go east. I'm trying to go west. Okay, so anyway. Is this hotel closed? Where I used to hang out at? I'll be that blame Nelly. Alright, so anyway, I'll be dang. It sure is. Wow. Things have really, really changed. Alright, sorry y'all. So anyway, I gotta stop taking so long to tell stories. So when I get in the area, I call him and I'm like, okay, which park are you at? And he's directing me to the park. Well, if you know anything about downtown Atlanta, it's a lot of homeless people, y'all. Like a lot. All right. And nothing against the homeless people. I know homeless people. I'm still about to do it. Oh my gosh, Kim. Boy, that brain. All right. So he directs me to a park. Like I said, in my mind, this was just somebody. I was thinking maybe he's just in the park reading a book on his lunch break or something like that. I didn't think anything of it until I saw what park he was in. He was in the park with all the homeless people. So I'm like, ugh. So now I'm like, what the heck, right? And I pull up and I'm saying to myself, okay. And he's like, oh, I see your car, because he saw my car magnet. So I get out of the car because now I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep, right? So I'm on the phone asking him like, where are you? And when I finally see him, he is a homeless guy. So now I'm like, okay, how is this gonna work? And what do you call it? I come out, I give him the sample, and I'm like, hey, and I'm just trying to act normal. Like, this is what I regularly do, right? And we just start talking, and he's like, yeah, I drink coffee a lot, and I usually get it from McDonald's. So when I saw the opportunity for healthy coffee, I was like, why not? Blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool, because I'm trying to get to heaven. I don't want to discriminate against the homeless. I don't know this situation, but I'm just thinking, dang, this is not what I was thinking. And so not only do I give him my free samples that I paid for, right? I paid for these samples because I was going to give them out for free with the hope that it would result in a sale. So not only do I give him the free sample, but he's like, I know a lot of coffee drinkers. And I'm like, oh, really? And he calls over, no lie, y'all, about like 15 homeless people. He's like, hey, y'all, she giving out free coffee. And all these homeless people come over and take and they're like, hey, I want some coffee. And I'm just like, oh, crap. Like, and so I'm literally dressed to the nines in the middle of a whole bunch of homeless people giving out my coffee samples that I, as a hardworking college student, paid for. And they're like, oh, this is great. Now we just have to ask for hot water. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. That was the day that I was like, what have I got myself into? But when you put out their free samples, you literally get any and everybody asking you for your samples. So that's why I don't have free samples on my car, even though I give them out for free when someone does inquire. I have to have some type of qualifier or that experience. Seriously, it could have taken me out of the game. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was somewhat scared too. Y'all, I was just like, how is this working for everybody else and it's not working for me? I left that day so pissed. I think it was like, I ended up giving out like so many coffee samples that box cost me like $30. So I was like, okay, there's $30 down the drain. And what you're supposed to do, what they teach you in Organo Gold, is when you give out the coffee sample, you're supposed to say, okay, great, I'll give you the sample in exchange for your feedback. And you're supposed to get their name and their phone number, of course, so that you can follow up in 2 to 3 days, and then ask them, okay, how did you like it? How did it make you feel? Would you like to have that feeling again? And do it that way. So the sample is supposed to convert into a sale. But I was so blowed that I had been lured to a homeless part. What I look like asking these people, okay, what's your name and what's your phone number? Most of them like, I ain't got a phone. So I was like, just forget it. This is just, a loss. I'm just gonna have to charge this one to the game. And guys, that's how it sometimes works out. When you are doing a business, and this is why y'all know Atlanta streets are crap. But this is why when people join business and they're too scared to do anything, and the least little thing knocks them out of the game, I just don't have a lot of time to invest in that, because I know what I've been through and I know what's required. You gotta have some war wounds, man. You gotta have some good stories to tell later on. You have to have some things that will challenge you, that will change you, that will test you, that will stress you. It's a part of the process. And like I said, it makes for a great story later on. So that when one of your team members is like, guess what I went through today? And you're like, you think that's good? Listen to this. You gotta have that stuff, y'all. It just is what it is. So driving through the Georgia State campus, like I said just now, as I checked out of the hotel, I gotta run some errands, gotta make a delivery, and then I gotta drop off something to my son and head on home. But that just reminded me of that story, and oh my gosh, that seems like yesterday. I remember driving away so disappointed, and like, how am I gonna get the money to buy another box of coffee to sample out the people? I remember driving away so disappointed. But I'm happy that I did not let that kick me out of the game. So happy. Because if I had let that situation scar me, then I wouldn't be where I am right now. Enjoying time with my son, seeing six figures, working from home, just having had an incredible 2020 in a time when a lot of people did not have such great news come out of this year. So, I mean, I'm telling y'all, the pressure of building a business, and every business owner has the story, regardless of whether they're in MLM or a traditional brick and mortar. They have some horror story to tell you about when something in their supply chain broke, or a manufacturer completely messed up their order and they still had to pay for it anyway, or somebody ran off with their money, or a vendor. Everybody has horror stories and war wounds. It comes with the territory. But what you got to understand is, with great risk comes great reward. Yes, you are taking a chance on yourself when you decide to build a business. But if you push through anyway, and if you do not let the pressure break you, oh man, success is inevitable. Inevitably, man. It's inevitable. And it's so very worth it. Okay? And everything goes into making you who you are. That's why I never stress when people don't understand why I do certain things, or why I say certain things, or why I act a certain way. You haven't been down my journey. You don't know the things that I know. But trust and believe there's a reason behind it. There's a story I have to tell. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. The reason why on my card magnet I do not put free samples available, because do that and you can end up sampling a whole bunch of homeless people. Nothing against the homeless, but this is a business, not a charity. So I'm trying to sample to convert to a sale, and I ain't got time to be just giving away stuff for free. Alright, I hope y'all found some value in that message. And again, if you find yourself in a little weird predicament, don't stress. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. It's all good. It'll make for a great story later. And if it does not break you, it will definitely make you. Alright? Y'all, hit this thumbs up on YouTube if you like this message. If you're on Facebook, I want you to follow and hit see first. What else? Leave a comment down below and tell me your funniest story in building your business, regardless of whether it's brick and mortar or, dang it, I don't want this exit. Atlanta, get on my nerves. Regardless of whether it's brick and mortar or click and order, I want to know your funny stories too. All right, sharing is caring. Don't let me be the only one out here telling my embarrassing faux pas. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Let me get my bearings. Bye.